And I started with just asking, how's your knee? How are you doing?
It's good. I would say I'm pretty close to being back. I feel like really good myself. Just entering a new team and a new place, you just have to kind of take it day by day. And they're being really great about my transition to full play. So yeah, I feel great, and it's nice to have this new opportunity to come back and play.
Well, I should have started with welcome and we're happy you're here.
Thank you.
So, what were kind of some of your first impressions of Utah, the Royals, of this organization as you guys are together and jamboreeing? I guess I hesitate to call it full training because I don't know how much you actually touch the ball, but you've gotten to know everybody a little bit. So, just what kind of some of your first impressions of the group?
Yeah, the group is really lively. I think that's like the best word to describe us so far. Everybody's personalities have really come out, and everyone's being themselves, which is all you can ask of the group. Um, yeah, so far everyone's been really nice to be around. I think the setup that we have at the club, and at the training ground, with just like eating team meals together. We had a team outing last night that was really fun. We got to see the premiere of Sue Bird's film, documentary that's hopefully going to be coming out to the public sometime soon. But all those little things, like, they add up, and I think we're really enjoying each other's company. Which, if you get that down from the beginning, then the soccer part becomes really easy. So I think it's a really exciting group to be part of.
It's also a really young group. I think the number that's being thrown around is average age 24 years old. I guess makes you one of the senior players on the team.
23, so.
You're right there, right on with the average. Is that exciting to have such a young group in there and one that can kind of grow together in a new franchise and expansion franchise and all of that to lay that foundation, I guess?
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly. Just a young, exciting group that's really eager to learn and to contribute. Um, Obviously, we have some veteran players that are really helpful, and our head coach is a former player, so she obviously brings that presence as well. Um, and for myself, just it's my third year in the league, and I'm still on the younger side of the team, but it is nice to just like still, like, people that come into the league that I played with youth national teams or things like that. It's nice to play with familiar faces, and just makes like the transition into a new market much easier. So
I think 3 years in the league is at least average, or might be a little bit above average outside of the players like
yeah, yeah. And players like, I'll just add on to that, like players like Imani and some of the girls that came from Gotham, they know how to win. And obviously, from the Courage, we won 2 Challenge Cups in the time I was there, me and Frankie. So yeah, I think it's a nice balance of, yeah, it's youth, but people have won where they've been, so it's definitely a good group.
Glad you brought that up actually because yesterday a lot of the girls were talking about maybe building a championship mindset, kind of instilling a championship mindset in this roster. That it's not just a first year club like this also wants to win. What is championship mindset or championship?
For me, I mean, obviously, it's exactly what it says. It means winning. But it's bringing that mindset every single day. And we've already discussed that as a group, like our training standards and what the expectations are. Yeah, as a whole group, players, staff, everybody that's around the group, and just maintaining that standard of coming to, it's work, but it's what we love to do. Coming to play every day, with that championship mindset and just mentality that what we do in training is going to help us win games moving forward.
You mentioned coming over from North Carolina with Frankie. Is there anybody else on the team that you've gelled or vibed with pretty well early on in this first week?
Yeah, I would. Honestly, the whole group's been really nice, and I feel like we've all done a good job of not just sitting with the same people at each thing. Personally, like, I knew Mandy from college. It's really nice just to be on the same team with her again. Obviously, she's a goalkeeper, so in training, like, don't spend too much time around her. But um, at first, it was a little weird seeing her every day, just because I hadn't seen her in a while. But it's really nice. And Hannah Betford is one of the players that I think everybody's really drawn to. Her personality is unlike anybody else, and I think she's just somebody that she holds a standard, but she also makes sure that everybody can be themselves, and she's a great example of that. Um, yeah, I think those are just two people that come to mind in addition to Frankie. So yeah, it's a great group though, for sure.
And then lastly, as you guys get more onto the field and start practicing with the ball more, what are you hoping to bring to this team just from like an on the field standpoint?
Yeah, I hope to bring creativity, some flair to the game. I pride myself in the attacking third, just final pass. I don't know exactly where I'll slide in yet as number 10, maybe deeper in the field, maybe higher, who knows. But um, and any of those places, those things remain the same. Just creativity, connecting setting the tempo for the team, connecting all areas of the field, and also defensive work rate. Just winning the ball back when we lose it, and having that mentality of pressing. I think those are all things that no matter where I play, I'm going to bring to the team.
So I want to tell you, I'm an instant fan because of your collegiate career. So you're a Hokie.
Yeah.
I grew up in Virginia.
Oh, awesome.
But you committed to Virginia Tech when you were a sophomore in high school. Is that correct?
Yeah, going into my sophomore year,
Going into
yeah.
your sophomore year. What was it about? This is just out of my curiosity. What was it about Virginia Tech's program? What did you gain from your time
Yeah.
there?
Honestly, like when I committed, I was solely like my first focus was school and being comfortable, like choosing the school rather than the program. That was my first priority. My mom's a teacher, so that definitely rubbed off on me. But in terms of the program, ACC, competing against the best players in the country, and I feel like the time period that I was there, especially my first couple years, if you look across the NWSL, a lot of the players came from the ACC at that time, and that was at its most competitive point as far as I can remember. I'm sure like longer ago it was as well. But yeah, as you can see, you brought up Virginia Tech, and it makes me really happy. I'm a very proud alum. I just love Blacksburg. It's just a great place. Definitely want to go back someday in some sort of role, maybe as a coach or something someday. So.
That'd be fantastic.
All right. Thanks, Emily.
Thank you. Nice to meet y'all.